Welcome to another episode of Be Healthy, your guide to a healthy, holistic lifestyle. My name is Amelia Henderson, and in today's episode, we're going to be focusing on what happens after pregnancy. With a new addition to the family, there are always a lot of questions. We'll be covering this and more with tips not just for you, but also for your newborn baby. But to start off with, we have a recipe for the mothers out there by Esther Peh, Naturopath and Nutritional Therapist. So I'm with Esther again, naturopath and nutritional therapist, and we're about to make a smoothie, but this one is slightly different from the rest, and I'm going to leave it to you to tell us why that is.
Okay, these smoothies, I have designed it for the breastfeeding mother, okay? Basically, when you are breastfeeding, you need a lot of carbohydrates in order to encourage more milk productions.
I see.
I use oatmeal, and instead of using the instant oats, oatmeal has more fiber.
So rather than going for the instant oats, you'd go for the longer cooking time one?
Yes, the old-fashioned type.
The old-fashioned oatmeal.
So if you want to be a bit softer, you can actually soak it first about an hour before, so that when you blend it, it will be very nice and smooth. Flaxseed has a lot of essential fatty acids.
Yeah.
It is very good in order to build the fat contents inside the milk. Once you soak it, you will see that the water a bit sticky and become a bit of gluey. This is very good because the fiber is inside. The next thing is Greek yogurt with a lot of friendly bacteria.
Okay.
Encourage your digestion. Okay, banana is full of potassiums and other mineral as well.
Yeah, not to mention it's delicious, exactly.
Easier to manage. We also have the oat milk.
Oat milk?
Yeah, because you need to have the liquid inside.
Some sort of a liquid, exactly.
Instead of oat milk, you can actually replace with some almond milk.
Okay.
Yeah, almond milk also will be able to help you to encourage more milk production.
Okay.
About half a cup will do. If you are a person who likes some sweet
honey,
taste, honey, raw honey.
So now we just get to blending, huh? All right.
The oatmeal will keep you filled fuller and last longer.
Okay, so I know that when you're looking at, breastfeeding, you have to look at two different things. You want to look at quantity and quality. So does this help one or the other, or both?
With both, definitely it's both. We are looking into the liquid because it helps to produce more milk. The second thing is the fats needs to be there, and carbohydrates, which is from the oats and also from the flaxseed, will help you to produce even more milk. Yeah. So you will see that a lot of the breastfeeding mothers will love this a lot.
Yeah. So for all the breastfeeding mothers out there, you should definitely try making this smoothie at home. That was certainly a quick and easy recipe from Esther. Next up, Marissa Parry is going to be showing us a recipe from when your baby is ready to move from liquids to solids. What you eat affects the taste of your breast milk. Is this true? Find out. Is this true? Find out after the break. Deanna will be talking to naturopath Esther Peh about allergies and breastfeeding. What you eat affects the taste of your breast milk. Fact, it's true that what you eat whilst breastfeeding can affect the taste and smell of your breast milk, and studies have shown that certain flavors can show up in your breast milk too. This is thought to prepare your child for solids later, as breastfed babies are actually more likely to have an adventurous palate and are more likely to be willing to try different foods because they're used to different smells and tastes with your daily meals. I'm back with our special guest for today, Diana Danielle. She's obviously a very famous Malaysian actress. And we also have Esther, our naturopath and nutritional therapist. So my first question is actually for Diana. Breastfeeding or formula?
To me, both, because with my son, my firstborn, I exclusively breastfed. With my daughter, who's now 6 months old, I mix because I can't really produce that much. So it's really an individual thing. And I mean, of course, mommy's breast milk is the best for the baby, but you kind of have to look at your own situation and weigh it out.
Precisely, and I think as a mother, your main responsibility is to look out for your child. So do what's best for them. So how long did you actually breastfeed your son for?
For 2.5 years, and then I got pregnant because I would have done it longer, but I got pregnant and I stopped. Then my baby until now, until 6 months. But I just mix with her. Yeah.
So Esther, as a naturopath, what's your opinion?
Okay, definitely breast milk is the best food for the baby at this moment. So what can a breast milk do? First thing is it increases the immune system of the baby. Okay, the antibodies will be passed to the baby. Then the next thing is it will also help the baby to avoid allergies in the long run.
Right.
Yes, okay. Then the next thing is when you're breastfeeding, you burn more calories.
That's
so
what
the
I wanna
mothers
hear.
will get back to their shapes easily and fast. Then the next thing which I found out that a lot of breastfeeding babies, they are not picky eater. Because when the mother is breastfeeding, most of the taste will actually goes to the baby and expose them earlier
To different
tastes of food. So a lot of times when they are about toddler and when they start their solids, they will not pick on the food.
That's true, because I never had a problem with my son. He could eat anything. He can still just eat anything and not complain. So it's true.
See, that's very interesting. So speaking more about breast milk and how it changes and taste and smell as well. And that brings me very nicely to my next question. Can you actually modify your diet to control the quality of your breast milk?
Okay, in fact, for breast milk, it actually comes from the mother herself. So if in case that you don't get enough calcium from your food, your body will actually draws the calcium from your bone in order to produce the good quality of milk, which contains a high quality of calcium. So no matter how you eat, you should try to do it moderately and also nutrient dense during this breastfeeding period.
So when you're breastfeeding, you have to make sure you have enough calcium. What else?
Calcium, irons, proteins, because there's the major big block that is used to build the
But what if the baby is allergic to proteins, like you were saying?
Okay, the most common proteins that a lot of babies is allergic is actually the milk protein, the egg protein, the shellfish protein, the fish protein, some certain level of soy protein, wheat protein as well.
But
That sounds like a lot of protein.
yeah, but through breast milk, it's okay
Yes.
if the mom consumes it and it comes up
It
through the
actually will
breast milk.
comes into the breast milk also because the protein is a very big molecule. It actually goes into through your breast milk, and when your baby have it, when the baby doesn't have a very good digestive system, the baby will not be able to digest it.
And
So
they
the
get
allergies will come out.
So then we have to watch
Then
what
the
we
mother
eat.
have to watch out for all these allergens.
So following on that question, what are you supposed to watch out for? What can't you eat?
So what the baby is allergic to.
Right.
Okay, and there are normally 8 types of common allergens: milk, egg, shellfish, fish, nuts, tree nuts, wheat, and soy. And to a certain extent, sesame seed as well.
So my question for you is, how does a mom who wants to breastfeed but has a limitation in terms of the amount of quantity that she can produce for a child, how does she do it?
Okay, there are many ways to increase the milk productions. It can be fruit, it can be
Fruits?
Fruits, yes. Food, and also herbs. Like for example, in our breast milk, 80% are water. The first thing the breastfeeding mother has to drink lots of water. Yeah.
What if
Do
she
not-
drinks coffee?
Coffee will pass it to the baby. It will most probably shows in the baby when the baby is a bit fussy and cannot sleep very well.
Okay.
It's because the caffeine will pass through the baby. So try not to drink too much of a caffeine. Yes. Then another thing you have to look into, like food which has lots of carbohydrates, fruits as well, like banana, oatmeal. They have a lot of carbohydrates, and it helps to produce the milk. Then you can look into something like green papaya, if you know about that. It helps to increase the milk production as well. You can steam it, you can boil it, just become tender, and eat it like that.
So how about soup? They say like meat soup helps, right?
Then you can see that inside there's a lot of liquid, and in the meat there has protein.
That's amazing. So thank you for sharing that information, and hopefully it'll be very helpful to all you new moms out there, or moms for the second time around, or and so on and so forth. This is the stuff that maybe you didn't know.
I didn't know a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that. On that note, I'm Amelia Henderson, your host, and don't forget to be healthy, be inspired, and live naturally. I'll see you next week. In the next episode of Be Healthy, we focus on partners. Livlo shares a few recipes that she makes for her loved one. We explore an amazing fitness activity that you can try with your partner. Then well-being coach Tracy Ann helps us understand our partners better.